Hello friends, welcome to Learn Positive with Pradeep Kumar. If you are seeing my channel, like, share, comment and subscribe. Click the bell icon. Manufacturing process, Unit 1, Foundry Technology, Part 4. If you want to see my previous videos, please click the I button on the top of the video. It will show you the playlist, all my playlist. You can see all the videos and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Today's topic is molding. So it is the process of creating mold. It is known as molding. So it involves the actions of making of pattern, filling of molding sand on it, ramming perfectly, removing the pattern from the mold, and we have to create the cavity create the cavity and fix the runner and riser at the correct position and refill the molding sand and ram it properly and remove the runner and riser, and the gate and vent walls are made perfectly. So this is the process behind the molding. So molding sand is the important thing used in foundry. The main characteristics of molding sands are: it will withstand at high temperature of the molten metal, it permits the gas and air to escape from the molding, and also it gives perfect strength to the molding. It does not react with the molten metal. So these are the main properties of molding sand. And now we are going to see the constituents of molding sands. The main constituents of molding sands are be listed as follows. They are sand, binder, additives and water. So these four items are the main constituency of molding sands. Now we are going to see one by one briefly. Sand. Silica is the main constituent. It was contained 80 to 90% in the sand, but along with silica, a small amount of oxides such as alumina and magnesium are present as the impurities. Sand contains 5 to 20% of clay and 2 to 3% of water to get maximum bonding. So binder. Clay are the most general used binder agent mixed to the molding sand. So because of its low cost and wider utility, the binder can be either an inorganic or an organic substances. The inorganics includes clay, sodium silicate and Portland cement, etc. And the organic group binders are dextrin, molasses and resin, etc. The river sand contains a large amount of clay and therefore can be directly used in the molding process. The next one is additives. So additives are adding with the molding sand to improve the property like strength, permeability and refractoriness. The common additives are coal dust, silica flour, sea coal and fuel oil. These four are the commonly using additives. So why we are using these kind of additives? Coal dust. It is added mainly to react chemicals with the oxygen present in the sand pores and thus produce a reducing atmosphere at molten metal interface and prevent oxidation of the metal. Due to the oxidation of metal, the metal will be corroded easily. So to avoid this, we are using this dust coal. Silica flour. It increases the hot strength and reduce metal penetration with the mold walls. So due to the penetration, it becomes weak casting. So avoid this, we are using this silica flour. Sea coal. It is a finely ground soft coal and is used in sand used for grey and malleable iron casting. It restricts the mold wall movement and improve the surface finish of the casting. Finally, fuel oil. It reduces the requirements of free water in the sand. So due to the excess water, the mold will be reduced its binding. So we replace the water by using fuel oil in it to give the extra binding on the mold. And finally, water. So the water added is suitable quantity to the foundry sand to give the required strength and bonding action to the molding. This quantity of water varies from 2 to 8% due to the molding sand. Water added to the sand mixture partly gets absorbed by the clay and partly remains free, and the free water is makes the mold unbonded and solid. If the excess water is reduce the bonding action. Friends, if you like this video, please give a thumbs up, and if you have any doubt, please comment and share with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.